Hello everyone. As we know, Friday the 10th of May 2024 was a very historic day for the railways here in Northern Ireland, as it was the day Great Victoria Street station closed. It is actually hard to believe that it is now a year since the station closed. So in this video we are going to go round to the site of Great Victoria Street and see what actually remains of the station 1 year later. We are also going to get a view here shortly of the remains of the track bed area that ran from Westlink Junction, Blythefield Curve into Great Victoria Street. So we're now on our way to Grand Central. We're going to check out the remains of the station. So there you go, as you've seen, there is very little that remains of the station. No tracks, no platform, the only thing that remains is the station building. And as you've seen as well, the Boyne Bridge has also been demolished. I will say this, it's actually hard to believe there was ever a railway at that location. You wouldn't recognise it nowadays, the way it is now. It just shows how much can change in just a year. But that's not the end of the video yet, folks. Now I'm going to give you a little throwback to the final days of Great Victoria Street. First of all, we're going to go back to March 24 and see footage of the Enterprise when it was operating in and out of Great Victoria Street because of a line closure on the line round to Lanyon Place, formerly Belfast Central. That also ended up being the last time the Enterprise operated out of Great Victoria Street. And then we will move on to footage taken on the last day of Great Victoria Street, including departing on the last train, which was the 2332 service to Bangor, formed by 3000 class DMU number 3012. And then finally after that, we will have a look at some photos I took whenever the track and platforms were being lifted and demolished. So there we are. It's 1 year already since Great Victoria Street closed. The time has just flew by. It really doesn't feel like a year. But there we are, folks. So I hope you enjoy this footage that's coming up of the little throwback to the final days of Great Victoria Street. And thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.
on platform 2 will be the 1606 Northern Ireland Railway service to Dublin, Portadown, Newry, Dundalk, Drogheda and Dublin Connolly. Platform 2 for the 1606 Northern Ireland Railways service to Dublin Connolly. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. This is an effect for Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd of March. Northern Ireland Railway tickets are followed on Ulster Bus and Metro schedules. The next train to depart from platform 4 will be the 1911 Northern Ireland Railway service to Portadown, Cork, Adelaide, Balmoral, Finchley, Dunmurray, Derryaghy, Lambeg, Hilden, Lisburn, Moira, Lurgan and Portadown. Platform 4 for the 1911 Northern Ireland Railway service to Portadown. And allow passengers to alight before trying to board.
The next stop is Great Victoria Street. Please change here for Bangor, Portadown, Derry Londonderry Line rail connections and local bus services.
passenger announcement. We wish to advise all customers that Great Victoria Street station will close permanently after the last service on Friday the 10th of May. We wish to advise all customers that Great Victoria Street station will close permanently after the last service on Friday the 10th of May 2024. A new temporary rail timetable in operation for development in Belfast Victoria Street, which will open entirely. For further travel information and timetable changes, please check out the transport. Thank you.
For your safety and comfort, this station operates a no smoking policy.
Please stand back to allow other passengers space to light services before boarding.
Botanic, Lanyon Place, York Gate, White Abbey, Jordanstown, Green Island, Troopers Lane, Clipperstown, Carrickfergus, Downshire and Whitehead. Trying to board.
Platform 4.
Train now arriving on platform number 3 is the 1710 service Derry Londonderry. Any passengers for the 1701 service to Portadown, please make your way to the very front end of platform 3. That's anyone for the Portadown service, please make your way to the very front end of platform 3. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. For your safety and comfort, this station operates a no smoking policy. The next train to depart from platform 4 will be the 1703 Northern Ireland Railway. For Adelaide, Belmore, Exeter, Belmore,
line until your train has come to a halt, and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. Train to depart on platform 3 will be the 1710 Northern Ireland Railway service to Derry, Londonderry.
Please stand back to allow other passengers space to alight services before boarding.
The next train to depart from platform 1 will be the 1715 Northern Ireland Railway service to Hamwick, Lanyon Place, Yorkshire, White Abbey, Jordanstown, Green Island, Vickerstown, and Carrickford. Service to Carrickford. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt, and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 1720 Northern Ireland Railways service to Bangor. Northern Ireland Railways service to Carrickfergus. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt, and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. Please travel in the front coaches of the train for Points Pass and Newry. The rear coaches of the train will detach and terminate at Portadown, platform Newry. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt, and allow passengers to alight before trying to board.
Express service to Newry, platform 3.
remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt, and allow passengers to alight before trying to board. The next train to depart from platform 1 will be the 2240 Northern Ireland Railway service to Coleraine, Toilet City Hospital, Thanet, Landing Place, Yorkshire, Moxley West, Antrim, Ballymena, Throwback, Ballymoney and Coleraine. Platform 1 from the 2240 Northern Ireland Railway. Next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 2332 Northern Ireland Railways service to Bangor, calling at City Hospital, Botanic, Lanyon Place, Titanic Quarter, Sydenham, Hollywood, Marino, Cultraw, Sea Hill, Helens Bay, Carnalee, Bangor West and Bangor. Please remain behind the yellow line until your train has come to a halt and allow passengers to alight before trying to board.
Attention please, all passengers, welcome aboard this very special last ever train out of Great Victoria Street, servicing all stops towards Bangor. Can I get a choo-choo? Choo-choo!